Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Throwing up first is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Donut, 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Let's go.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. On 1st down, Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lawrence. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of... For this team, because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it, and if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here we go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the gun, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Lawrence got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they have forced another incompletion.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Lawrence. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. John Ross, 37 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Garoppolo now. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Garoppolo looks to throw. Taking a shot for... And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 41 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready. 54. Mike 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right on the ball. Get it.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed down the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around it. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So give them the first down, 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the counter, it's Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchdown. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on it. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game. National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run with Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
56 to Mike, boy.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. On 4th down, Lawrence. And they're going to bring him down, back across midfield at the 45. D Ford, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion. We're just shy of the marker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Again, it's Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete.
Let's go, baby.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. John Ross. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Complete. Smith has it.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jalen Hurd there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's the 2nd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Derrick Henry, all alone. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Ready, set. Chopper, chopper. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it, go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Lions, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll